How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of, hometown brewing up in this piece. Semi-hometown brewing up in this piece. In the form of, this is McCall Brewing. Okay. And Brew Daddy Brewing. Two new breweries to me, basically. I got a 5-pack of McCall Brewing in the mail. My boy Alex sent them off. And hadn't had anything from those guys up until he sent those off. This is the last of the 5, but this is actually a collaboration with another brewery that I've never had before, and this is they're living here in Allentown. It's a hometown pride collaboration. It's 6.1% blood orange IPA that very much looks like Heinz ketchup because of the Keystone. That's how it rolls. I'm sitting here in the waning minutes of West Ham Arsenal. You probably hear a little bit of that off to the side. Arsenal just went ahead 2-1. Hopefully that finishes up that way. They should finish during the beer review. So there you go. Get a little soft clap for me when hopefully they are victorious. That looks like a nice, 6 and change Hazie IPA. Index finger, just off white head, super tight compact bubble, super pilly top, and just that sweet grapefruit juicy kind of deliciousness. Bursting amount of grapefruit coming at me here. It's just rich citrus. Heavily leaning citrus with a huge dollop of grapefruit, even from this distance away. So it definitely looks the part, and it definitely smells the part with actually having a nose yet. Let's dive in. Yeah, just that gobs and gobs and gobs of citrus, leaning heavily into that grapefruit and that blood orange. And so ends up coming off as a super fruit juicy forward, uber juicy New England style hazy. There's a little bit of soft sweet malts in there, a little bit of soft, very, very gentle kind of bittering on it, but it's got a nice sweetness to it, like an organic kind of fruited sweetness to it. So let's just dive in. Cheers. I like that. These guys play around with this subtle kind of carbonic acid thing. And I know I talk about that ad nauseum when it comes to hazies, because it's kind of a bitter elevator for a lot of people, but a lot of people lean way too heavily into it. It seems like McCall Brewing definitely likes to use this in their hazy IPAs, but they don't go super heavy on it. So it adds this kind of fun, soft, seltzery vibe without getting too much of a restrictor. And that's kind of how carbonic acid works for me, is that it can bring the bitterness up in a beer, but it also kind of curbs a lot of those kind of fruited portions of the show here. You're getting that nice kind of citrus in here. You're getting a decent pour out of it, which seems like you're getting it from the hops, but you also get that nice kind of grapefruit from that blood orange. It's not overly sweet, but it's sweet enough to kind of get you through that bittering from hops, bittering from the carbonic acid. And just this nice kind of soft fruitiness on top of that bitterness with this really nice mouthfeel. It's not the most creamiest, water nerdy mouthfeel of all time, but it's quite nice. It's a really, really tasty beer. I mean, gotta watch Taco. Hey, Taco, leave it. Come here, buddy. Taco, get over here now. Hey, get over here now, Taco. We got these crazy wild mushrooms kind of floating around. And I just gotta make sure he doesn't eat them, or otherwise he will die. But anyway, back to the beer. Yeah, it's got this really nice, vibrant citrus. It comes off almost like it comes off almost like it's all from like a huge hop dosage, but it doesn't come off that it's like a fruit mix kind of thing either. So there's this nice kind of combination of, that citrus leaning into that grapefruit blood orange kind of thing in combination with a nice soft bittering. That carbonic acid doesn't get too out of hand, and enough sweetness to kind of get you through. Really tasty beer. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better blood orange IPAs? I guess you could whittle it that far down. It's definitely, let's just go adjunct IPAs. Adjunct hazy IPAs that I've had as of late. It's definitely worthy of the conversation. It's not King Shit of Fuck Mountain, but it's tasty nonetheless. And to get something like this from a place that's local, that's place that just opened, that place that opened during the pandemic, is pretty damn good stuff. So yeah, I'm digging it. Value and availability, no idea. We'll see what's what, or anybody else who knows what's what with this beer. Arsenal just won, by the way. And I'll leave you with, if you like what, will you like this beer? If you like your fruit, juicy, leaning IPAs, and you like them to lean in that grapefruit pretty heavily, this one will do you. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of collab goodness on this wonderful fall-like evening. Hopefully you guys see you next time.